If you've tried the OChemNinja way of drawing chairs and you can never get that first set of parallel lines just right, let me show you an alternative method that fixes that by first locking in the inside and then working our way out. This gives the exact same chair in the end, just built inside out and then outside in. Hey there, OChemNinjas. Quick note before we get started. If the official OChemNinja way of drawing chair structures already works for you, then keep using it. That's the method I recommend for use on exams. If you haven't tried that method yet, I'll put a link to that video in the description below. This video is for students who tried that method and still feel stuck. What I'm going to show you will produce the exact same chair with the exact same angles, the exact same axial bonds, and the exact same equatorial bonds, just starting from the inside out and finishing outside in. The difference with this method is where you commit first. Instead of starting with the outside of the chair in the official OChemNinja method, this method starts from the inside of the chair and works our way out. Once we get the inside set right, the outside falls into place. With step 1, we draw 2 shallow parallel lines that are slightly offset. We don't want to make these too steep. These are the central 4 carbons of our chair structure, built from the inside out. To draw the chair flip, we do the same thing, 2 shallow parallel offset lines. It will take a little practice to get these just right, but once we have the parallel offset lines, we're ready to connect the chair. We started the chair from the inside out, and we'll finish from the outside in. We'll start with the outside end of the bottom line, the end that's furthest away from the center. From here, we'll draw a line that's diagonally upward that goes as far as the top of the other line. And then we come back in to connect the lines. And we do the same thing for the other side. We start with the outside edge of the top line, go diagonal down to the same point as the bottom line, and then back in to meet the bottom line. Outside, in. We do the same thing with the chair flip. We start with the outside end of the bottom line, diagonal up to the same point as the top of the top line, and back in to connect. Same thing with the other side. We'll start with the outside edge of the top line, diagonal down to the same point as the bottom of the bottom line, and back in to connect. We started inside out, and we finished outside in. Now that we have the chair drawn, we're ready to add the axial groups. The axial groups are always perfectly vertical, and they always alternate up and down on every other carbon. It's easiest to start with the corner carbon that's pointed down. It will always have a down axial group, and we alternate every other group from there. The up corner carbon has an up axial group, and we alternate the rest of the way around the ring. Same thing for the chair flip. The up corner has an up axial, and we alternate around to the down corner, which has a down axial, and back up and back down. Finally, we finish with the equatorial bond. These are almost horizontal, but not quite. They tilt slightly up or slightly down away from the axial group attached to the same carbon. The corner carbon with the axial down has a slightly up equatorial group. The corner carbon with an axial up has a slightly down equatorial group. For the carbons in the middle, the equatorial group points towards the corner to which it is the closest. The equatorial group on the left points towards the corner carbon on the left. The equatorial groups on the right point towards the corner carbon on the right. And we do the same with the chair flip. The corner carbon with the up axial group has a slightly down equatorial group, and the corner carbon with the down axial group has a slightly up equatorial group. The equatorial groups on the left side point towards the left corner carbon, and the equatorial groups on the right side point towards the right corner carbon. And if you've set things up correctly, these chair structures should be indistinguishable from the chair structures drawn using the main OChemNinja method. Same shape, same rotation, same bonds, same angles. We just built it starting with the inside out and working our way outside in. This method works well if you can draw the interior parallel lines more consistently than the outer parallel line. Same chair, just different mental entry point. If the inside out, outside in method clicks for you, great, use it consistently. Don't change methods mid-exam. Pick one and trust it. If you want to review the main OChemNinja method, you can head back to that video, or you can check out the other videos in this series on other alternative ways to draw the chair structure. You don't need a dozen tricks. You just need one method that feels solid. And now you have another option.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw today, maybe let your instructor know about these videos, or your friends at other schools. Check out some of these other videos and playlists, see what you like. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe.